Well, my folks, we have reached the point in the series where we're kind of just throwing what we can against the wall and seeing what sticks. Welcome to another episode of South by Southwest. I apologize in advance if you hear that in the background. This is what happens when you decide to record the video on the day that it's coming out. They park themselves a big tree trimming truck right next door on a Saturday morning, first thing. Anyway, we are here because the transfer window has come and gone. We didn't get to do a ton of business, which kind of stinks, but hey, it is what it is because, again, we've talked about this a couple of times in the last few episodes. There just is not a lot that we can do. Nobody went out because nobody wants any of our players, and thank goodness they're very happy to be here now. But we did pick up another center back, 20-year-old Moritz Ruffing. Yeah, he's just, again, another body. I wish he was stronger, but he is 6'4". He's got a tremendous jumping reach. His heading ability is kind of, he's played a couple of matches for us off at the bench. He has been okay, but then again, so has everybody. And then coming in from Kaiserslautern, we loaned in Marvin Yüsun. He is a striker who could also play out on the wing, 6'1", great dribbling ability, finishing is pretty good. He also has made a couple of appearances and has had, thus far, no impact. Now, the fans absolutely hate the fact that we signed him, so that may be affecting his psyche just a little bit. How have we been doing? Yeah, my friends, it ain't great. So we followed up 2-1 victory in the last match with a 1-0 defeat against Holstein Kiel at home. It was fairly even throughout, as you can see from the shots on goal, although Kiel kind of dominated things early on. We picked things up just a little bit. Still trying to persist with the 4-2-3-1. It really has been our most successful formation so far, although we are tweaking it a little bit. And we then went on the road to Dynamo Dresden and did this. Carlo Zickinger picking up a goal in the 3rd minute. A pair of goals for Lukas Schnellbacher. We finally got Lukas Schnellbacher off of the Schneid, and he, after like 17 matches, finally scored not 1 but 2 goals. Statistically, it looked fairly even. Obviously, they dominated in possession. For some reason, I do not know how to create a possession-based tactic anymore. It just seems to have fallen away. So then we had our big winter break. We played friendlies, and we dominated them all again just to try to build up that good feeling. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I love how this team is playing. And then this happened. We lost 6-1 to Darmstadt at home. And I absolutely cannot figure, like, it was just anything you can score, you will score. To send it, just working his way around the team, beating Boss. It's just unbelievable. Zickinger to Gindorf. We tied it up. It looked pretty good early on, and that's Schnellbacher picking up his 3rd of the year and 2nd in consecutive matches. But then, come on. Adi Ali turning it over. Sanchez, nobody picking up. Milosevic in the middle, beating Tim Boss very easily to his left. It is now 2-1, and then the hits just kept on coming. Milosevic to Kali. I don't know how that one made it through. That was terrible from Boss. I think he ended up with a 5.8 rating in this match. That is just how bad we were. Bader into the middle. Milosevic again with his 2nd. It just gets through everybody. Milosevic once again in control. Finds Kali. How he did not... Akhmedov, who has been getting the starts, by the way, did not pick him up. I don't know. Oh, we did have an out. I almost forgot about the out. And then this one was just absolutely comical. Manu getting over the top, beating both of the defenders. It was absolutely pathetic. Like I said, we did have an out, and I cannot believe that I missed this, but we sold Morris Neubauer. 650,000 to, ironically, Darmstadt. right before this match. He was unhappy. He was incredibly unhappy. We started getting messages where some members of the team thought we should let him go, and we kind of ignored it. And then basically the rest of the team came and said we should let him go. And I'm like, are you sure? Because he's going to make us, this is going to make us a weaker team. And they said, absolutely, yeah. Oh, and then by the way, after this match, we got called in front of the board. So we're C, but obviously they're disappointed about us avoiding relegation. We were able to get through that, and then we played our next match, was a 2-1 loss to Hansa Rostock, and this was, again, even. Lucas Schnellbacher, again, scoring for the third straight match, tying things up at 1, and I thought we were going to escape with the 1 point, and I would have been very happy about that, because I think at this point we had moved into 17th place, and then off of the corner, it was just way too easy for Long. Guess what? That was Long's first career goal, because of course, Football Manager. And then 4-2 to Hertha Berlin. This one on the road. They went ahead 2 minutes in. It was 3-0 before stoppage time in the first half. And then, oh yeah, Gabriel Vidovic made it 4-0. We did manage to pull a couple back, and that was actually after we made a formational switch back to the 5-3-2, which I think is what we are going to do for this match against Paderborn, because otherwise I don't know. They're sitting in 12th. Let's go back. I mean, Manu and Adieli aren't working well together. Nobody's happy. We got the news item saying, oh yeah, by the way, the ELVERSBERG boss needs a win. I love how they want us to fight against relegation, but as soon as we get close to relegation, they're like, yeah, you're gone. So we're going to go with the lineup as they put it, because I don't trust myself anymore, so I'm going to trust my assistant manager. I know how dangerous that is. It's going to be boss and goal, a back three of Lucas Kieran, Sickinger, and Rafael Adieli. Samish Shaheen is going to be at the base of the midfield behind Yannick Rochelt and Lars Gindorf. Rizzuto and Fellhauer are going to be our wings. Luca Derholtz, though, I do want to put on the bench because Holmes is injured, and yeah, not the greatest idea. So all the guys we brought in as wings and attacking midfielders, sorry guys. And Schnellbacher and Martinovic are going to be the two up front. Now Martinovic in the more advanced position. He has not yet scored, and he has missed, I've got to tell you, some absolute sitters, because for some reason here in season 3 the team just forgot how to play football. And we have come close. We were at one point after the Dynamo Dresden win, we were not only 1 point from safety, we were a win away from 11th. That is how tight it has been at the bottom half of the Schweizer Bundesliga table so far this year. We just seem to be at the bottom of everything. We're here in the white. Paderborn is in the black. And hopefully we can get something going in this match. I am so deathly afraid that the series is literally going to end right here, right now, with this episode, because we just cannot get anything done. Can we off of the corner, please? Carlos Sickinger. Oh my God, Schnellbacher couldn't get there. And ultimately, Schultz is going to grab it. Beautiful header by Sickinger along the near post. The save was made. It came right towards Schnellbacher, but he just could not get his foot on it. The defense just that little bit too good. And Paderborn threatening off of the set piece. Klaas out wide. Neidhart into the middle. Ansa, good job by Adieli getting it away, but of course Biblia tracks it down. Of course he circles around, but Rizzuto stepping in front of that one, and of course he loses it to Balake, because we just get overtaken left, right, and center. It's like the heart of this team has absolutely crumbled and just disappeared. Our dynamics aren't terrible. Now, we do finally have Schnellbacher is happy to stay. He wanted to leave for a bigger club for the longest time. Nobody was putting in an effort. Look, Martinovic knocks it away, but there is nobody there to pick up the loose ball and no real effort being made to go after it. So I feel like we are going to get dominated once again by the opposition here. This is a match that technically we should be winning. I know we're in 18th, and look at that. Klaus gets through. Klaus shoots. Great defensive play by, I believe that was Kieran stepping in, but that will just give Paderborn a different avenue of attack as they have this corner. Klaus looking, back post, good clearance. Feldhauer get there first. And it's still not going to be enough. Just the one shot. Lars Gindorf, let's go. Oh! I don't think we have hit a direct free kick yet this season, and we have been so very close. We have been in positions where we needed to be in, and guys who normally have delivered for us just can't seem to. And the worst part, I think, is that in a lot of games, not recently, but in a lot of games so far, Martinovic is in. Oh, and Dominic Martinovic with his first goal of the year. Please tell me the flag stayed down. It did. Tell me we're not going to VAR. Tell me Dominic Martinovic finally, in like February, has his first goal of the season. He led the team last year. ELVERSBERG taking a 1-0 lead. Let's turn it on. Schnellbacher to Rizzuto. Back Schnellbacher. Lars Gindorf's got it. Zickinger maintaining possession in the Paderborn half. Feldhauer to Martinovic. Around the side, Feldhauer. He'll take a shot. It's a weak one, and Schultz will easily gobble that up. Now I just want time to move as quickly as possible. I don't care if we score any more goals as long as we keep Paderborn off of the score sheet. Why do I say anything? Bukaye. Hansen around the edge of the box, pushes it to his left. Gindorf tries to take it away, but he keeps it. Klefisch blocked. Good job. Zickinger puts it behind, but again, another Paderborn set piece. Outswinging delivery from Klaus on that far side. Again, he kind of goes toward the middle. Again, we deal with it, Feldhauer. But Brackelman, the guy who went up for the header, is the one to track it down. Boss, good job. Covering his box. Oh. And we're dominating possession somehow. Somehow very quietly, even though all of these highlights have been in favor of Paderborn for the most part. We have over 60% possession, which I guess I got to duplicate what I did in this tactic with the others, because this is definitely a possession tactic. Sent back post, Lukas Schnellbacher, Lars Gindorf delivering. ELVERSBERG 2, Paderborn 0. And maybe this was just the tactic we should have stuck with the entire time. I obviously should not have tried the defensive 4-4-2 at the beginning of the year. I recognize that. We moved away from that rather quickly. Came back to this, had no success. Went to the 4-2-3-1, had some success, and then it just absolutely stopped. So maybe we just rotate through. Maybe I try to figure out which tactic is going to work against which opponent and hope I get it right the first time. Ball sent in. Doesn't quite reach Schnellbacher, but it comes to Rizzuto. Rizzuto taking a shot. That'll be muted by the Paderborn defense. And a minute into this second half, we find ourselves with a corner kick opportunity, and it's going to be Lars Gindorf. He has been everywhere trying to pick out Adieli. It's cleared, but Yannick Rochelt, Rizzuto, yeah. Let's not try that again. I keep wanting to call him Phil Rizzuto. For the money store. Oh, that's a completely American reference. But for those of you who are not American, by the way, we may be getting a penalty and a chance to go up 3-0, even though we can't seem to hit our penalties either. Phil Rizzuto is the play-by-play voice in Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dashboard Light. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the Yankee legend, Martinovic He's got 2 on the night. He's got 2 on the season. He finally converts from the spot to give ELVERSBERG a 3-0 lead. And you guys are probably going to sit there thinking that, maybe he must sandbag the other matches that he plays off camera, because every time he seems to come back and find a way to win when we absolutely need it the most. I guarantee you, I want to win every single match I play. Every loss is a disappointment. Every time we don't succeed in any way, shape, or form, it guts me. Absolutely. Yannick Rochelt a little bit too strong, and it has been all ELVERSBERG in this second half. Paderborn yet to get a shot on target. Now that I've said it out loud, they probably will. I want to get Rizzuto off because, yeah, he's just not really doing it for me. So Joshua Mies is going to take his place. Yannick Rochelt is going to be the next to go. Lars Gindorf, that one hits into the wall, so he'll get a shot this time again from the far corner. Sends it in. Can't pick out Fellhauer. It's cleared away, but somehow we are able to get there. 2-1. We are dominating in possession. Let's get ourselves a new midfielder in here, shall we? And that will be Paul Henrich. Henrich has played decently well, at least in my opinion. I don't really know if the stats bear that out, but he has scored, so that's something. Mies across, Gindorf dropping it back, Samir Shaheen out wide. Fellhauer looking for Schnellbacher. He finds him, but Schnellbacher just a little bit too strong on that header. It goes over the bar, but more quality opportunities coming from this ELVERSBERG side. We cannot, though, let Paderborn back in. Great defensive play by Fellhauer, overtaking his man. Zickinger ahead, Samir Shaheen. Henrich to Martinovic, playing it around the side. Schnellbacher pushing it forward into the box, and again, cannot keep that one down. I don't think I'm going to make any additional changes here in the final 5-10 minutes of this match. I think we very clearly are going to pick up the 3 points we so desperately need. Now, it's not going to get us off of the bottom. We were 4 points behind 19th place, but it will move us that little bit closer. Schnellbacher, great opportunity, and Schultz able to redirect that behind for another Lars Gindorf corner. He is getting a little gas, but just a couple of minutes left, and we are absolutely dominating this match. So I think we will be able to see this one out, as Paderborn has been absolutely ineffective in this one. And this is the kind of victory we have absolutely needed, and if we can add a 4th, that's going to be even better. It will help propel us into the next match. Little flat on that one from Gindorf. He does get it back, plays it across. Adieli, he's got a lane, he's got a shot, and Schultz has a save. All of these corner kicks, my friends, this is why these episodes are not nearly as short as I would like them to be, because we keep getting all of these set pieces in stoppage time. Gindorf once again playing it towards Martinovic. Hauer will deal with that rather easily. Palulu has 2 men deep. Boake, see, we get the defense around. Good job by Fellhauer along the back post, but it's cleared right to Palulu. We just, Samir Shaheen, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, when the opposition has the ball and they're on a break. So I feel like when we are on a counterattack, our players they're just not fast enough. No matter what their speed is, it seems like they always get easily overtaken by the defense, or they try to hold up the ball and do weird things. But I feel when the opposition is on the counterattack, they're able to maintain their speed. There is no slowing up. There is no getting dispossessed so easily. But we gotta stop talking about the negative. It is a 3-0 victory. Well done, lads. I am very proud of you. Thank you very much for keeping me in a job. We're just 1 win away. Well, 2 wins. We're 2 wins away from actual safety. Hannover, Jan Regensburg, yeah, they're doing what they need to do. All 3 of us are basically on a point per match. We're pretty close. I think we can absolutely do it. We just need to be that little bit better. Unfortunately, our next match is against top of the table, St. Pauli. We're going to come back. Hopefully, if we're still in a job, for the next episode against Hannover 96, and I hope to see you then. Just 2 episodes remaining in this season, assuming we survive. If you like that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And come on back for more South by Southwest tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.